NFL 23. And up next is a...
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Castillo. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Castillo on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Greg Gillikin on a punt now on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a guy who is very familiar with his defense from all his years in the AFC East. He, of course, is the great Tom Brady. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. To throw, it's Brady. Got his man, it's Thornton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, Brady. He's going to look deep for more. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete there to Moore. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. A look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. 19 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now Castillo to throw on 3rd down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. He is able to keep the feet in bounds. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That is caught by Cohen. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether this is zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Brady. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now Brady. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Garabay's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 12 carries, 51 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cast nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead grows to 10-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
To throw is Castillo on first down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Here's Castillo throwing on first down. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Castillo. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Castillo now to throw on 2nd down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Going right back to Akers. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Akers going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Here's Akers. They try and run. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Cam Akers, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are back within a score. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here are the Patriots to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Play action. Now it's Brady. And this is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Brady now to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Brady. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Brady looking left side. That's caught by Moore. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Brady.
They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
On play action, it's Brady. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Harris is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Garibay on for the extra point.
It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Fielded right around the 8. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. And there's the running back, Cam Akers.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you're head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Castillo on 1st and 10.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Certainly a big play from them. They were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Castillo from the gun on 3rd down.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Castillo. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. To throw is Castillo. Looking to throw on 2nd down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 26.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Back to throw. Castillo.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Looking to throw. Castillo. And this is caught by Watkins for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Offense returns to the field. There's the running back, the bruiser from Alabama, Damian Harris.
It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
Out left and complete to Thornton.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, now Brady. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Brady.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Brady to throw again.
Completes this one to Thornton.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 18. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Brady.
They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Slant route, and he finds Thornton. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with a quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Patriots will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the 2nd half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. And there's the running back, Cam Akers. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Castillo on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Steps away to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Castillo now on 3rd down. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats at the line ready to go.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Plenty to look forward to in that early window. One being a noontime start up in Green Bay. A big one for the Packers as they'll take on the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And finally, on Monday Night Football, should be a good one there between the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Patriots, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw, it's Brady.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Castillo over the middle, complete. That's Hill.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Castillo. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now Waddle on the jet sweep.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Nightmare on 3rd and
sacked and multiple players break through the line to get it.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Sanders' kick is good, and that will tie us at 24 all.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Back to throw. Castillo.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly the first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. He shifts past him.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Brady. Throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So give them 3 on that drive. And, normally you'd say, we'll take it. But the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
So now here come the Dolphins.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
They'll run a draw now with Akers.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Castillo.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Third down, pass rushers there in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Throwing on first down is Brady.
Got his man, it's Thornton.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. On second down, this is Harris. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Brady. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 36, Brady. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk, 36 yards. And the Patriots get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Well, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Garibay on to attempt the point after.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Castillo throwing to start the drive.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now Castillo to throw on second down.
Akers back-to-back catches.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
I thought that was a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. To throw is Castillo. To throw on 3rd down.
Downfield throw tip, but he's still got it.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Let's roll. Ready.
Back to throw again.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Off play action. Castillo.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Castillo. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Here's Castillo off the play fake. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year.
And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series.
They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady, he finds his man, complete. It's Thornton. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a pickup of 6.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Brady. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, Brady completes this one to Thornton. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Brady now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Harris. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
Personal foul. Ethan.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high, the tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Brady. Looking middle, and that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. This is Harris, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Damian Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
So the Dolphins now down by 10. A minute 55 remaining. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. And that's into the hands of Gesicki.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Castillo now looking to throw on 2nd down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Castillo from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. They go with the option on 4th down, left side.
And he will have a Dolphins 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And Hill with it over the middle. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against